Well, some students in the Valley have returned from a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Around 90 middle school students from Avondale made the trip to visit NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab in Pasadena, California. The people who work in this facility are the minds behind the rover that's currently exploring Mars. So joining us this morning is Brittany Green, who is a social worker at Michael Anderson School, as well as Taya Strasbaugh. I got that right.
Yeah.
Okay, Taya Strasbaugh and Trey Chavez, both who went on the trip. I hear it was a whirlwind because you went there and you came back the next day, right? How was this trip and how was the experience?
It was a very eye-opening experience, being able to go somewhere that you've only been able to see in pictures and somewhere that you've dreamed of for your whole entire life. Just being able to see that in person, it's like once in a lifetime. It's so amazing.
And what does this mean for the students who get to go? So several dozen, I'm sure, makes for a rowdy trip, but also an experience of a lifetime.
Yeah, I think what really brought it together was the fact that we encourage our students to dream big and work hard at Michael Anderson School. So we're always talking about the future, college, careers, and the students that got to go to JPL, they got to see what it would look like to one day work there. So we talked about internships and different opportunities for them to come back, be at JPL, and be a part of these missions that are going to take place in the next 10 to 15 years.
Yeah, wow. So Trey, when you were there, what was the biggest thing that left an impression on you of what they do? And
one of the biggest things that left an impression on me is when we were at JPL, we saw them building a space shuttle that's going to Europa, one of Jupiter's moons.
Wow.
Europa actually has a thick ice shell that under it has a ocean that's 2 times bigger than all our oceans combined. And it has geysers that spray down under it that a past rover has flown through, and it's launching next year in 2024.
That's amazing. I was reading about that this morning because the ESA had launched their rocket that's going to explore those moons, and it read all about the oceans too. So do you envision yourselves one day possibly at the the helm of one of those missions?
Definitely. Ever since I was young, I've been wanting to work at NASA and JPL, and I've been studying my whole life. And just being able to be there was so exciting. It just made my ambition to be there stronger, and I'm so excited for what my future has in store for me.
That's incredible. To hear them speak so well and eloquently about what they plan to do in this field, it's got to make you proud.
Absolutely. I mean, from the moment that we arrived to the moment that we got back to campus, it was nonstop talking about, did you see this person? I'm going to be this. I'm going to major in that. I'm going to be a doctor, get my doctorate. So it's really cool to see them encouraged and excited.
Well, it looks like the future is in pretty good hands. What do you guys, how do you plan on getting there? I know that you have all these roadmaps of which schools you want to possibly apply to, which majors you probably want to go into. What do you think?
Well, honestly, all I think is that it's going to take hard work, it's going to take effort, and it's going to take strive. You need to have that ambition and have that want to be there to actually be there. So I think that if you just have enough pride in yourself and ambition, you can get anywhere in the world.
Yeah, what about you, Trey? What do you think?
Well, I really like to engineer things. I've actually studied a lot about space and space shuttles, that I did get a Lego set of a space shuttle rocket ship that I like to pretend, but I really like to engineer stuff. I like to build, and I have a lot of Legos, and I really want to become an engineer to work at JPL or NASA.
Awesome. Well, thank you three for coming out this morning. The future in good hands for sure.
Thank you.
All right. Well,